Alright, I'm recording. Alright,
This is
welcome everyone. Shut up! Shut your mouth! God. God. I'm so triggered right now.
I hope this is the introduction.
That is the introduction. Fuck.
I love it. Amazing.
Well, welcome to... Oh god. This is what happens when Z stops playing, Ultra starts recording, and like everyone else leaves. Like, you get Alcopop. Welcome back everyone.
Maguire. Let's go.
It's Trunk Updates again.
Alright, so you're
So
going to
the
read them
usual.
out and then we talk about it? Or?
Yeah, so I read them out and then I get your opinion on it. Though realistically, you're just gonna make jokes because I hope your joke. You prepared your script. I did send this to you yesterday, right?
No, you didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure I did. You got to check your email, but I did tell you to make a joke for every single one of these lines. So if I don't get a joke for every single one of these lines, and they have to all be witty and well timed,
Alright, I can do it.
I don't think you're gonna be on the channel again. I think you're gonna get kicked out.
All
right, here we go. So, hey crawlers, here's the first change for set of changes for 0.20. First one, Draconian Collars are now Draconian Storm Collars. They smite summon drakes and also invoke Upheaval, the Quasar ability. Okay, where's your joke?
Draconian Callers more like Draconian Ballers, am I right? Ladies?
It's a 6
Gentlemen?
out of 10. That's a 6
That's
and
okay.
a half out of 10.
That's okay. Also,
okay,
that's horrible.
Look, just shut up, yeah. So I think they do the same thing but more now. I don't really see why they would do that because those guys are AoE and they summon stuff. AoE and summons don't really mix. I don't know what the hell they're doing there, but we'll see what that does, I guess, in the next.
I mean, Smite always sucks.
But they already did that.
Upheaval sounds strong.
No, it isn't. Upheaval sucks. Anyway, Snorg, Zethua, and Bicezen's hides now have inherent bonus enchantment. That's a cool change. I like that. I like the fact that now they have.
Yeah.
What about Pergy? What about him?
Pergy.
What about having him as giving him bonus enchantment? That's bullshit. But yeah, looks like he got. I guess it's because he's weak. He doesn't get a cool hide, but that's kind of sad. But whatever, we got it. So that's cool. All right, so what's your joke?
Enough.
Make a joke. All right, we're moving on. Alcopop is just.
Got nothing.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He's
There's
done.
no joke to be made there. It's too serious.
Alright, polymorph uniques no longer keep their spells instead of obscure cases. That's never going to be effective, or it doesn't actually mean anything.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Ushabti breathe significantly less often. That's Desolation Assault. If you go on Desolation Assault, you're an idiot, so don't do that.
I did that today.
Yeah, that's
today.
So yeah, but you didn't disprove what I just said.
No, that is true. Actually, every time I go to...
You actually didn't invalidate my... You actually supported my case, if anything.
I'm pretty sure I die about 50% of the time, every single time I enter the Desolation Assault.
So, as I said before, if you go into the Desolation Assault, you're an idiot. Much like Alcopop here. Much like him.
Though. I would recommend it if you're after a good time.
Yeah, okay. For all you new players, just make sure you go in that Desolation Assault. When you die, you can blame Alco. It wasn't your fault. Actually, it was.
See what it's about.
Anyway,
okay.
Monster melee attacks are now included in the description. Mostly a flavor thing, but if it gives you damaged items, that might be a move towards increasing transparency in the game. But I doubt that's the case. Like, it's probably just like, what kind of attacks do they do? You know what I mean?
I really like that they added sort of like, this monster will now do up to this amount of damage. When you
did they add that?
Yeah, in the current version of Trunk.
Oh, that's probably it. So we probably can't tell how much damage they can do max now, so it's essentially just adding more info into the game, which is a pretty cool change.
Useful.
I doubt you'll ever use it, but that's fine.
I mean, hey, sometimes.
No. Monster MR is now reduced by lowered hit dice from draining or malmutation. That's a pretty niche case, but it could come in handy, I guess.
That's really cool. I think.
Yeah, I mean, anything you want to hex really badly is probably going to have enough
draining resistance.
Yeah, draining resistance, like, Shadow Dragons. God.
Yeah.
The last great renaming of 2016, Sirens are now excitingly Merfolk Sirens. Wow.
Oh no, can you pronounce that, Demise? Is that, okay for you?
At least they didn't call it you know what I mean? Like the other ones.
Okay with that? Does that
yeah, that's alright, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Alright, so this one's apparently contested on Reddit, but, Reddit doesn't really know what they're talking about most of the time, so it's all good. No, seriously, if you guys have been on the DCSS subreddit for the last 2 days, oh my, there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people arguing. I don't know why, but it's pretty interesting to see. I want to say something, but I don't want to at the same time. you know,
It's a
maybe I'll.
controversial game.
It's a lot of controversy. Yeah. Anyway, so the Shining One's
Maybe after
conduct.
this.
What did you say? Are you
Maybe
heavy?
after this.
Huh?
Maybe you could say something about it. Don't worry, just keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Shining One's conduct has now been simplified. All stabs are automatically prevented, so no bonus damage. So that essentially means you can attack confused monsters now and paralyzed one. And poison damage is no longer specifically forbidden or specially forbidden. Cleansing Flame also does somewhat more damage to non-evil monsters or enemies. So essentially, what this is a big buff to the Shining One's pretty much early game. You can use poison stuff now. You can slightly do more damage to non-evil enemies, and you can now confuse and like paralyze stuff. It's quality of life mostly. And
Yeah.
the thing is that like it doesn't really make a difference though because you don't want to go Shining One in the early game anyway. This
Yeah,
kind of just
exactly.
this kind of just gets rid of some of the annoyance, but it doesn't actually fix the problem with him. So I think that he's still going to be a mostly extended god. Like obviously, there's not really any controversy there. I think
What do
um,
you think the problem with the Shining One is?
there is no problem. He's an extended god. He's just not good
Oh,
in the
okay.
early game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You
Um,
said there was a problem with him. Never mind. Don't worry.
oh, the problem,
Continue.
like I mean, like the early game problem. Like the main
Oh
problem
yeah.
with the TSO in the early game is half his stuff doesn't work in the early game. He requires
Yeah.
a lot of invocations to be effective, which is not something you really want to train that much because his abilities don't do much in the
Yeah.
early game. Like
Yeah.
cleansing flame doing slightly more damage to non-evil enemies doesn't really make a difference because like
Yeah.
you're not going to use it that many times anyway. It doesn't heal you like it would in extended because you can kill a whole bunch of undead at a time and heal up. Like it's not as effective in the early games. It's just kind of sucks. So don't do it.
It's
Um,
okay.
Jivia pacifies all slimes, even those that are actually shapeshifters. Very niche case. Probably never going to come up that
I've never
importantly.
played Juba, unfortunately, so I have no comment.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I've only played him like twice, so yeah. Nemlex's pain card is now roughly twice as powerful. Um, that's the one that does agony and slash all bolt of draining, right?
Let me double check.
Yeah, you check that while I go to the next one. Abyssal Gold no longer counts towards Gozak's entrance cost. That has absolutely no relevance whatsoever. Maybe if you started
Yeah.
as an Abyssal Knight, got some gold from the Abyss, and then went to Gozak. Other than that, it's completely it's
Yeah.
nothing.
Pain card at 0 power, it's agony. At 1 power, it's Bolt of Draining it. At 2, it's Symbol of Torment.
Yeah, so basically, pain card sucks no matter what because Symbol of Torment is the worst. Like, it
Yeah.
actually is worse the better it is. Oh, ironically, like Bolt of Draining is far better at the in the instance where you want it. Like, it's a lot better
Yeah.
because it's a bolt spell. Quasilol no longer spawns damaging
Anyway,
clouds on plants while you're trying to rest, so that's helpful. Just a
you're
quality of
breaking
life
up for
thing.
some reason.
Yeah, my internet's kind of bad. I
Alright.
apologize. But
Anyway, keep going.
at least the people can hear me.
Yeah.
Zom's Cleave will no longer last up to 2,000 turns, so that's just a bug fix. And Dithmenos' Shadow can now once again mimic diagonal and reaching attacks. That's pretty cool. So they kind of buffed him, sort of, but not really. Like it's
What's
just
that? What do they mean by diagonal attacks?
when you attack diagonally.
Oh wow, I didn't know that wasn't mimicked. Okay,
I
that's
didn't either,
confusing.
but I guess
Okay,
that's just like a damage. It's like a quality of life buff. I don't think it'll mean that much, but
I
whatever. It's cool.
mean, it means that you'd still. I mean, like the mimic does a lot of damage. Honestly, if you've got a big weapon.
Yeah, but I don't think you would ever realize it that you were not getting it.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway,
So maybe it'll be better. Maybe we don't know. Like realistically, it's already been there. It's just going to happen more often now. Spells. This is a bit of a kick in the teeth. Invisibility and haste no longer cause extra hunger over time, but they removed haste. What's it doing? What's it
I
doing over
mean,
there?
do you get extra hunger over time when you haste wand on yourself?
Probably, but it's a buff, but it doesn't really matter at
I
all.
don't know.
So that's fine, I guess. But I
Honestly,
thought it was
I
just
think
funny that
no
they
clue.
put it under spells. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
sad.
like they removed that. Confusing touch is less effective now against high hit dice enemies. That's fine. No one really uses that spell, but that's
I
eh.
I really like confusing touch, especially in like feelids and like unarmed characters. I think it's
Yeah,
super
but
useful.
that's literally the feel it is like literally the only place where that's actually relevant. Everything else doesn't matter because you're gonna go heavy armor
I
or
guess so.
something
That's
to try
true.
to avoid dying.
Yeah,
But yeah, confusing touch, and you don't really get it early enough for it to matter anyways. It's like, it's kind of a
that's
spell
true.
that's awkward because there's no real book that starts with it, and it's a level 1 spell, so it's like, nah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't need it. Anyway, Poisonous Cloud is now level 5, was 6. Probably a little bit to do with the fact that Olgrip's Toxic Radiance is so much better than it at just 4 or 3 spell levels. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, at this point, I would not even consider going Poisonous Cloud. Like,
it's alright with
Oz.
Ignite Poison if you want to go that route, but
Yeah, but no one's gonna do Ignite Poison because Ignite Poison's terrible. You know what I
it's
mean?
not that bad. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is terrible,
It
but
is pretty
I've
bad.
used it to
It's bad because they
consequence.
nerfed it at some point to no longer it burns all the poison in their body, so it like no longer keeps them poisoned. So like you can't
Oh,
poison and
okay,
fire them. Like it just
okay.
I don't know, it's not that good because I had it once, it was pretty good, but then like they nerfed it off that and I tried it again, I was like, yeah, that's pretty
I mean, I don't
lackluster
know.
now.
I've used it. I used it a long time ago, so maybe I just used it before they nerfed it. So
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, odds of confusing enemies with a melee attack with confusing touch or fungus form are displayed while examining enemies while those statuses are active.
That's
With those
useful.
statuses active. What? So are displayed while examining enemies with those. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you have it on, you can actually like check out what the chance is, which is good because confusing touch is like
Yeah.
kind of yeah, it's kind of odd. So that's good. Various bad forms like wisp forms and fungus form have been simplified, and porcupine form has been removed. Okay, so
No.
I don't exactly know what that means in terms of I don't know what they mean by simplified. Does that mean their behavior's been simplified, or is their stats been simplified? I don't understand. Anyway,
No clue.
Porcupine form being removed is kind of sad because porcupine form like sometimes saves you, but realistically, like nowadays, you're never really gonna like polymorph yourself that much, so it's not too big of a
Mm.
deal. I mean, I guess you could use polymorph self as like some kind of buff, but it's not really that good of an idea most of the time. So, whatever. Console
I
colors.
never even. Oh,
Hmm? Say it.
sorry. I never even thought of polymorphing self to get like a wisp or something like that. That
I
could
did it
be
a lot in the past, but these days I can just do without it. I don't really like
because you.
polymorph wand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I usually drop it, but
It's just not that necessary. It's only useful if your character's so weak that putting yourself in
yeah,
wisp form is actually better than fighting by yourself, which is kind of sad.
yeah.
Alright, anyway, console colors have been reworked. That's cool. We don't play console because, console's kind of gross, to be honest.
I'm not a hacker, so
No, that's not even the case. It's just like console's like, I don't know. If you started with console, that's fine, but if you don't start with console, it's not really worth going back to console. You don't
I
get
also just
anything. Huh?
yeah. I also just really love the tile set. I think the art is really nice.
Yeah, Crawl puts a lot of effort into the tile sets. Putting it in consoles, like, whatever. Why? Like,
Mm.
like with Cataclysm, I started with console so that I can play with console, but playing on console with Crawl is just like, nah, no point. Anyway, max charges for wands are always displayed, so Wand of Confusion is out of 48. That's great.
Yeah, super
It's actually
useful.
really good because now that means that like there was that one in like I don't know, that's just good. It's just a good change. I saw it in Trunk. I didn't mention it though.
It's
But
good.
for I don't know if it actually has relevance to the game because like I don't know, like I feel like once you get it down to I still think that once you get it down to 0, you should recharge once you recharge it, you should know how many you've recharged. How many wands you've recharged, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, what do you mean?
Like once I empty a wand, I should be able to
Mm.
like get it down to 0 out of 48
Oh,
and then recharge it back up to like 6 out of 48, for example. Like I don't understand
so
why it's like that.
once it's depleted, it should be identified.
Yeah, like I don't think that it should be like I still think that's like a
I
good
think
quality
that's.
of life change.
I don't. I mean, I don't think that really matters, honestly.
Yeah, it does. Because
I mean,
once you
it
recharge, you have to
does.
ID it again to make it useful. Happens in the
Yeah,
case of haste and heal wounds and stuff. It's really annoying. Anyway,
I guess
um,
so.
how do the high councils being ascended to a higher plane so it's removed? That's fine. No one really uses that thing. It's kind of garbage. Like it's a plus 3 hat of like what MR minus or something. MR minus
And you get
Archmage,
yeah,
or it's MR
and minus
plus.
waves.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but whatever. That's fine. I mean, it's useful for like really late game scenarios, but who cares?
Yeah,
Realistically, like, it doesn't matter. If you've already got enough stuff to use that effectively, and you've got level 9 spells, you don't need extra spell power. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Les vaults have been exhaustively reviewed and advised. Please thank Regret Index for all of the hard work. Thanks Regret Index. Unless you make it worse, then well, no thanks.
we'll never
Um,
know.
but we'll have to see. I've done Lair like 2 or 3 times since these trunk changes have been out, so I haven't noticed too much difference. But maybe there is a difference that I'm missing, but that seems cool.
Mm.
Demonic Guardians now expire over time, not based on tension. That's a bit of a nerf, I guess. I suppose. Like,
What
or
does that
maybe it's
mean?
not. So tension is a mechanic. It basically tells you how dangerous something is. Both Zom and this mutation use it.
Oh, is this the demon spawn thing?
Yeah, yeah. Demon Spawn's Demonic Guardian.
Okay.
But essentially, what it's saying is that now when it becomes less, before when it was less dangerous, the Guardian would just disappear. Now it'll
Yeah,
just disappear over time,
just disappear over time.
even if it's still dangerous. So vampire feeding, like chunk eating, now always takes a single turn. All the blood is oozed out of your corpse the last time. So that's a bit of a buff. You don't have to like sit there over a corpse and eat for like 20 billion years. You can now just eat it in one
No,
turn. But like realistically, it doesn't really solve the problem with vampire, which is having to manage your goddamn thirst level so much.
honestly,
Um,
it's not. Like, I've been playing a lot of Vampire lately for whatever reason. I have
yeah,
no
how
idea
many have
why.
you won
Three.
out of 400,
It's a good question. I'll
500
check.
games?
But, like, probably too many, yeah. See
Like,
what my win rate with Vampire is. But, like, I mean, why don't you, what is it about managing thirst that you don't like? Like, what is your strategy when you play Vampire? Do you just, like, quaff all the blood and try and, like, get lots of regen? Or do you just stay bloodless
no,
and do that?
I try to stay at thirsty for the Arpoise. Um,
Okay.
which is really, really fucking annoying because you get like slower regen, and then once you go down to like near bloodless, all your healing's reduced and your regen's even slower, and you're like, oh god, I just want to keep it at like one level, but the problem is blood is such a blunt tool to like increase your blood level or decrease it. It's like ah, you have to wait till it falls down to a certain level and then drink a blood just to keep it at that thirst level without going to hungry. It's like without going to like satiated. So I'm like, oh god, absolute pain.
Yeah, okay,
Ultra, huh?
I've won 3 Vampire games out of 23.
That's not bad, I guess.
It's not great,
Whatever, that's fine, I guess.
but I know I usually just play Vampire at bloodless or near bloodless until I'm low, and then I just quaff a bunch of blood.
See, this guy's an absolute madman. This guy doesn't like regen at all. Like, he doesn't like healing or regen. He likes
Because
playing Deep Dwarf without the healing, you know what I mean? Like,
I
God.
always play whenever I play Vampire, I always get Necromancy, and I'm always stealthy. I always kind of play it the same way.
Yeah, well, it's not, I don't know. It's just a pain in the ass.
Maybe
Anyway. So fire clouds no longer expire faster over water, and likewise cold clouds over lava. Fire clouds on water also produce less steam. Thank God, because steam is not, it's not a good game mechanic. It hurts. And then sometimes it's just useless. But I mean, I don't really notice when Steam is that
I
relevant.
know I know Conjure Flame near water has definitely saved my life before, but it's not
What
very common interaction.
saved your life? Hello?
Yeah, I was in Drain once as a Feelid. It's stupid, don't worry.
You're a
But
feeler. There you go. Noise no longer breaks mesmerization and fear. That's really, really bad
oh
now.
yeah, I noticed that
That's
today.
that's actually really bad because what that means is essentially um, you
It's
can't
so
lightning wand
horrible.
or noise out of mesmerization, and that's kind of funny because now Mega Slime has absolutely no reason to hold scrolls of noise. So I hope he's not an idiot and keeps doing that.
I, I always hold Scroll of Noise until today when I realized noise was not breaking me out of mesmerization.
You realize that a wand of lightning does the same thing, but actually does something, right?
I didn't know that until you just said that actually. But now it's useless knowledge,
I
so
hate. Oh my god, this is like playing with a second Mega Slime, but this one's even worse. Like, holy shit. Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
know.
Oh my
Nobody
god.
told me. Why doesn't anybody tell me anything?
I didn't tell me. I still know. What? Oh my god, Christ. Oh god, I'm so triggered right now.
That's the real joke.
Oh god. Okay, well, that tech's been removed. I don't really understand why they removed it. Probably because they want Merfolk to be more overpowered. Or probably because they don't like Shoals. They want players to hate Shoals even more. Like,
It's so horrible, honestly.
fuck, you can't even blink away from it either. It's just like, what the fuck
I,
is this?
I
This is
mean,
just, oh
you can still like
god.
blink, but you can't control blink away, so you just have to read teleport every single time if you can't deal with it.
Yeah,
It's
that's really
awful.
annoying, especially given how dense Shoals is. Anyway, model Draconians and Draconian Zealots are no more. That's fine because they got replaced with acid. I think they call like acid draconians.
Acid drakes.
Yeah, acid model dragons are removed and replaced with acid drakes, which are like the
Yeah.
same thing pretty much, but they corrode instead of sticky flaming you.
So they're worse, honestly.
Yeah, and there's a
But
new
the
model
armor's better.
dragon. Yeah, the new armor tile is like yellow, and it just gives arc corrode instead of R sticky, which is good because R
Yeah.
sticky was pretty useless.
Yeah, it was.
So this is actually it might actually be a decent mage armor now. I don't know, but they seem pretty rare. So
Because the model dragon armor was already great, except for the R sticky, which is useless.
actually,
But now
model
it's got
dragon armor
arc
was
corrode.
useless. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's. I thought model dragon armor was really good because it's easy to cast in and it's got decent
No,
AC.
swamp dragon's better in every single way, shape, and form. Actually, or
You don't
steam
really
dragon.
get. You never really find swamp dragon armor unless you've got swamp.
Yeah, but like you're
And
not gonna
model dragon
find.
armor is quite common.
No, it's not. What? Hello?
At least compared to swamp dragon armor, unless you've got swamp.
Hell no. Swamp dragon
Even,
is so easy.
even like compared
I would
to
I would rather be in robes than model dragon armor because model
really.
dragon armor actually cuts your spellcasting down, but it doesn't give you anything useful other than armor, which is not useful at all. Like at least swamp dragon armor gives you armor and it gives you poison resistance, which is
I mean,
useful.
like the poison resistance is useful, but it's 2 extra encumbrance for only 1 extra AC.
One extra AC, really?
Yeah,
From robes.
from model dragon. So model dragon compared to swamp dragon.
Oh right.
The,
Yeah, but our poise is worth way more than that, so it's fine.
it is. It is. If
And
it, especially
also
if it, yeah, that is
the
true.
just because it's base armor doesn't mean much because it scales up really high.
Oh, because
Like
of the damage reduction, or whatever it is.
yeah, model dragon's like not that great. It just your stats are not going to be that good. You're also forgetting GDR, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, I have
Um,
no idea how that works.
the heavier the armor, the more it protects you, regardless of what it is.
Okay.
It's pretty much what it says. Anyway, so simplified chaos effects. So again, thank you for telling us absolutely nothing. Patch notes. Essentially, that probably just means that like you don't duplicate shit anymore. Hopefully, um, maybe it'll
I
be
don't know
more
what it means.
predictable. I don't really know anymore. Screaming at tentacles is forbidden. Yet another cryptic message. That I assume that means that the mutation screaming doesn't work on derivatives of multi-tile enemies like krakens and tentacle monstrosities, which is whatever. I mean, like it doesn't
Wait,
ever really show up.
what do they mean by screaming? Like the
Screaming
mutation?
isn't most likely the mutation. I don't really
And
know.
and
Um,
why would be? I don't understand what's happening.
removed knockoff off-brand knockoffs of the Captain's Cutlass. Wait, does that mean they removed?
Rapiers of speed?
Did they?
I don't know.
No, no. If they say off-brand, it means like rapiers altogether. Fuck. See what I mean? Like I don't understand what this guy is doing. Who's this? Pleasing Fungus. God damn it, man. Do patch notes normal. God. What does any of this mean? Like we're just like I guess this makes this video actually useful because now you get like some decoding because no one understands what the hell this means. Removing off-brand knockoffs of the Captain's Cutlass. I assume that either means they removed cutlasses, which don't exist in the game, or they removed rapiers, which do exist in the game, or they removed rapiers of speed. What? Was
I
it a
mean,
bug? Huh?
anyway, I guess it kind of sucks. I mean,
Okay,
rapiers are
well,
that great anyway, but
it's all
rapiers
you
of speed
got
are great.
for short blades, other than quick blades.
Yeah.
Anyway, the player can no longer crash the game by attempting to eat their hat. Great, I guess. Uh,
I mean, that's kind of funny.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but
It'd be nice if we could still do that. It's kind of enough.
but why would it crash your game? Anyway, yeah, don't forget to take the survey, guys. You click on the survey, you click on the English language, and then you get your. You've already I already responded at some point. Okay, so unfortunately that's it for today. Very short video. 24 minutes. Holy shit! No, it's not short. Okay. So for the
Oh,
last
okay.
5 minutes, Ultra's gonna. Sorry, no, Alco's gonna do an interpretational dance for your amusement. Go,
Like you
Alco.
wish you could see this. Honestly, I'm doing this interpretive dance.
Yeah, yeah. What is it interpreting though? You fuck.
The patch notes.
The patch notes. You're interpreting the patch notes.
I'm screaming at tentacles,
See,
but it's
my
forbidden.
interpretation is just like tilted my head to like a 30-degree angle and then just going, huh?
Like
That's
there's
like what I that's my interpretive like action for the
like
patch notes.
there were a lot of good changes. I really like that they have monster melee attacks now included in
What?
descriptions and like stuff like that. But I really hate the changes to um shoals basically. I really hate that you can't use noise anymore. It's really
No one ever
frustrating.
used noise, man. Like, I
I
swear to
did because I
God.
didn't know about lightning ones. If only I knew about lightning
Jesus
ones.
Christ. Oh, God. God damn it. I'm so pissed off at this guy. Why did I put this guy here? Like, I should have just read this solo. I wouldn't have to be this angry, be this mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Alright. Anything you want to say, Alco, before we go?
um, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of liking, commenting, and subscribing, Ultraviolent 4 has a Minotaur Berserker tutorial. That's gonna
Oh yeah,
be.
it's really good. It's actually very good.
It's
Honestly,
extremely slow, so just
it is.
be ready
Yeah.
for a ride, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like the
Honestly,
problem,
like I found it useful because it made because like I feel like after watching it, I've started playing slower and like
pretty
less.
much what Alcopop is saying is that he's never actually learned how to play the game, and the
Yeah.
fact that a basic tutorial covers areas of knowledge that he does not have really indicates how he is not a greater player at all. Like
I am a greater player.
he got to
He
greater
showed me
player learning
mistakes.
things from Minotaur Berserker tutorial aimed at people who have never played the game before. Like
Basically, yeah. I
Jesus
basically
Christ.
I
Like
basically went on the crawl IRC and was like, "Hey, what do I do in this situation?" And they tell me what to do, and I got greater player.
I like how he goes on IRC and not the Discord. Speaking of Discord,
The
join our
Discord didn't.
Discord channel. Huh?
I mean, the Discord didn't exist when I started playing,
Oh.
so
Yeah, don't try to brag about your age, dude. You're like 5 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of crawl years, you're like 5. Like, you're like the youngest of the
yeah, that
group.
is true.
Um,
But you guys should join the Discord. It is super useful.
yeah, if you
It is
join the
like
Discord, you get access to all these great resources. You get access to greater players talking to you at any time, and we don't bite. We always answer the questions pretty much consistently. Even if you don't get access to me and Ultra, you sometimes might get access to Alco. Just make sure that like whatever you get, just get a second source. Like don't like take whatever he says at face value because he's a bit of an idiot. He
how dare
does
you?
things like recommend Elf and like recommend
I
Desolation
love
Assault.
Elf.
Like so, just be careful with that. Um, other than that, let's see.
I don't recommend Desolation Assault, but it is a
You
good
pretty
channel.
much recommended it earlier this video.
All I'm
So
saying, look, don't go in there unless you want a good time. Is all I'm saying.
anyway, what else is there? So yeah, Ultra's Minotaur Berserker tutorial is coming out. It's almost. I think he's in Vaults now. Should be good.
Yeah.
My Minotaur Berserker tutorial is going to be delayed until I get a new mic. Oh shit! Yeah. Well, I got a new. I'm gonna get a new mic, guys, at some point. I think I tried to hide it like a couple of days ago, but fuck it, whatever. Uh, yeah.
What?
So I'm gonna get a new mic, and hopefully that's gonna work out.
Exciting.
I don't know where to get a new mic, but I'm gonna try to get one, I guess. And yeah, hopefully things work out. I need to get a lapel mic, I think. If you
Okay.
guys have like specific recommendations for mics that I can get that are great out of the box, don't have to edit, let me know. I'm thinking of lapel mics because they have pretty good audio quality, and I don't have to, be too sad about things. But whatever. Anything else, Akko?
That's it.
All
I
right, that's
think.
it. All right, thank you guys for watching. It's been the 30th of November. I'll see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye, Akko. Bye, Akko.
See ya.
Wave.
Wave.